Alright, so good morning everyone, welcome back to Chippy's Couch. Today we're back for a little more Thorium, and it's also Friday. Yeah, that's right, the end of the week, we did it. One straight week of Chippy's Couch uploads. Well, kinda, I mean, I don't include Monday. I mean, I will next week, but probably not this week, okay? I'm patting myself on the back. I'm proud. I'm like this little cloud here. I'm beaming. So what are we doing today? Well, we actually have a couple of boss fights that we can do. Very exciting times. But first off, I think what we need to do is to sort out our living arrangements, because although this is the grand structure of Terraria, you know, it belongs in the Smithsonian as a true work of art, one that should be categorized and it's good. Sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. I was like, how do we explain how good this house is? And I name dropped the Smithsonian, and then that was about it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to expand, and I'm going to build a couple of houses, and I also want to set up magic storage as well. If we have the gems, and we probably do, so then we are all organized, and I can feel good about stomping down on a couple of bosses. You know, I'm gonna feel structured today. But yeah, I'm glad it's Friday. I'm glad it's the weekend coming up. The funny thing is I was gonna take the weekend off, and I probably still will, but kind of won't, right? Because I've got a very busy Monday coming up, all right? On Monday, Atari is off to the groomers, and his groomer is like an hour away. So it's a whole day. You got to get him in the car, you got to get him to the groomer takes a couple of hours. I get back, I'm knackered. so I might record Mondays on Sunday. This is so irrelevant. None of this matters. All that matters is you're about to witness glory once again as I build this house. And once again, please, no rumors in the chat about whether this was built by me or not. I promise it was. I also promise it's a good idea to subscribe and like the video and enable notifications. All right, that's cool. All right, little ding on your phone. Hey, Chippy's uploaded a video. Gotta click on it. You could just do all that every day. Thanks. So I've never actually used the NPC before, but I've got to say, this is actually really handy, because usually I don't really know how to set up magic storage, and I look on recipe browser. But this is super simple. It's like, okay, make this, grab these, you've got this. What's next? You're going to need silver to make a storage unit. Like, it's really nicely laid out. So we don't have all the gems required for magic storage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down into the cavern layer and try and find some, because more than likely I have left some behind. Knowing me, somebody that walks past gems on the daily, there's got to be some down here. So we're specifically looking for sapphire. And then once we have that, we'll be able to make... Oh, hello. Oh, there's new stuff. There's a giant shell spine, equipable material. While in combat, your defense is increased by 1, over time up to 5. And there's a ranged weapon called the Trapper. Give them a taste of their own medicine. The sprite for this is really good. I really like the idea of a dart trap gun. I think it's quite cool. I will make this just to kind of see what it does. I'm going to save the family heirloom, and I will just move on, because more defense, that's good. Also, something I want to say before I forget, one of the things that you lot pointed out in the comment section is that when I upgraded my inspiration, I can actually do that multiple times. It's kind of like life fruit. That is something I did know, but I kind of forgot. But yeah, we're looking for sapphires. Once we've got sapphires, then I can make the crafting thing. The crafting storage, I don't know what it's called. You know what it is. And once that's done, then we're good to go. Then I'll finish the house. And then it's going to be a very boss-filled episode, which I'm genuinely looking forward to. I quite like, when you get to a certain point in Modded, you can kind of stomp on things a little bit, right? It's a little bit unfair, but it's true. You can kind of take things down quite easily, especially in regards to vanilla bosses. So yeah, this is what I wanted. The storage crafting interface made with a diamond and 3 sapphire. It's done. I think I can also make, yeah, another storage unit. So we are good to go on this. And I'm very happy about that, because this is already a nightmare, okay? I don't know how long I can live that cluttered, because here's the thing, right? It annoys you, and I understand. Like, as a viewer, you've got to be like, what is this? Why is this so painful to look at? But for me, I have that as well. But then I also have great shame because I'm the causer of this mayhem, you know? And I can sense it in you, and I feel guilt. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to kick this old school, all right? We're going to have a nice bottom layer here, and it's just going to be about storage for now, right? And then maybe this becomes a mega base, and it gets extended. Although, now we are playing in 1.4, which is, I mean, it's not that new, because we've played 1.4 in the past, all right? 1.4's been out for quite some time, but I've not played much modded 1.4, and you kind of have to look at it a little bit different, because you have NPC happiness, and we don't have mods that disable it and such. So we've got to be conscious of the fact that we're going to need lots of homes, but we're also going to scatter them about quite a bit. So we'll take these, and we'll head over here, and we'll finish this grand house. It's going to be old school, truly, right? Not to reveal all my master builder tricks, but I will be bringing back grey stone, and I'll be bringing back a little bit of glass wall. You know, it is going to look good. Hey, so we got a merchant, finally, all right? That's kind of the reason why I wanted proper houses today, because, as you've probably been aware, so far in the series, we've lost a lot of moolah, all right? I don't know how rich we would have been if we hadn't dropped all our gold, but it's a weird way to play Terraria, you know, living life on the line, when all of your cash is quite literally on you. We have 8 gold, all right? We've been playing for hours at this point. We're very poor, okay? So with the merchant, we get the piggy bank, and with the piggy bank, we're golden. Also, I just want to say, this NPC is actually so annoying now, because a minute ago, I was praising it. I was like, it's never been so easy to set up magic storage. No. It won't move. When will it move? It stood in front of a chest, or at least I'm fairly certain it stood in front of a chest, but this wide boy is covering it up, and I just want the chest. I just want to finish my magic storage, and Leo is making it a real problem. And I tell you what, when the destroyer comes by in a couple of episodes, or whatever it'll be, he's the first to go. All right, I'm spawning him in the sight line. Oh, this is cool. A crude bat and a baseball. Oh, how very American. Okay, all right. Let's grab a piggy bank and we shall finish up this house. You know, got to do a little bit of building on camera. Like I said, I wouldn't want people to think I cheated, all right? Brought the master of blocks on himself. So let's get some doors then, and we'll round this up. So, as per tradition, why? Okay, no, I get it. I was like, why isn't there a wooden door? It's because, and this will be a thing that will happen throughout the series, throughout the adventure, I didn't put wood inside of here, which is going to become a common thing. Or, like I've just done then, I'll put gel inside, and then I won't be able to make torches later on, and I'll wonder why. I'm going to use the last of that to make this. Thank you. And then we'll make a wooden door. And as we're finishing this house, I want to tell you about something. Something I'm very proud of, okay? Last night, I had my very first Binging with Babish moment. And if you don't know who Binging with Babish is, well, it's now called the Babish Culinary Universe, the BCU. It's a YouTuber, well, now a collection of YouTubers, but when they started out, their focus was recreating food from movies and TV shows. Now, last night, I did that, and I've got to say, all right, not to toot my own horn, it turned out amazing. Let me tell you how it all started. I started watching The Godfather for the second time, all right? And it piqued Courtney's interest because she was chilling with me. And then, very quickly, we both got hooked on rewatching The Godfather. Okay, that's how it all begins. Now, there's a scene in The Godfather where, I think his name's Clorenza, he makes a simple pasta with marinara sauce, it's how you pronounce it, with meatballs, all right? Very simple. But he gives the recipe as he's doing it in the movie. And I was like, you know what? Today's the day. All right, well, tomorrow will be the day because I got to buy ingredients. And that's what I made. And it turned out glorious. All right? Who'd have thought it? It was very nice. Okay. So next up is the King Slime. This is going to be a very easy fight. Now, I want to address something real quick. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I'm going to have to keep rattling on for today's episode. Hope you don't mind. As always, you know, this is all about having a podcasty feel. And this one, in particular, is going to be very podcasty. But let me grab the gel. Here we go. 72. Because we're going to make a slime crown. Now, there was a few comments about the outporn, right? A lot of people saying I did it wrong. Now, this was their suggestion. Their suggestion was you left click here and right click in the yellow. Doesn't work. I don't know if it did work at one point, but that's not how you do it. You can't right click with it. Is there something I've got wrong in the settings? Like, let me know. Because I read that comment and I was like, oh, it makes so much sense now. Like, I got it. I saw the vision. I was like, ah, I'm the idiot. But apparently, I'm not the idiot. Thorium's the idiot. That's the way I'm claiming it. So yeah, we got a few bosses to do today. It's going to be a good episode. So we got King Slime, and we got the Eye of Cthulhu, and maybe we'll do the Eater of Worlds. Because I saw one of you were like, oh, do you know what? The didgeridoo with the Eater of Worlds, that sounds like a pretty good combination. And I actually agree. Like, if you can, well, we're gonna keep improving our inspiration, so we're gonna get like a lot more on the wheel. If you can get that to a good level, where you're defeating the Eater of Worlds into little chunks, and then maybe picking up inspiration, I feel like that would make for a very killer combination, I gotta say. So, bear with me today, and people have been waiting for me to say it. I might be smooth-brained, alright? It's not something I say lightly. When I say it, I mean it with true intent. Might be a little bit smooth today, and I'll tell you why. It's because I stayed up late, right? We tried to watch The Godfather 2 last night. That was the motive, alright? I'd made my meatball and marinara. I still feel like I'm saying that wrong. I really feel like I'm saying that wrong. Any Italians in the comment section, let me know, okay? Don't butcher me like I butcher your language. So anyway, we tried to watch The Godfather 2. It just wasn't hitting very well. It wasn't hitting good at all. I don't know why. I loved The Godfather 2 when I first ever watched it. On the rewatch, weirdly not so much. So the night was kind of killed a little bit by the fact that we weren't really fully enjoying this film. So we switched to The Wolf of Wall Street and then got absolutely sucked into that. That's such a good film, right? So now I've seen it really late and I'm tired. So you get the idea. Right. I just want to quickly check. This always happens to me. All right. I build magic storage and then get flustered about the fact there's too many things to look at. I want to look at the inspiration again to see. So it's 2 bars, and I think you can do it. Someone said, all right, okay. Permanently increases your maximum inspiration by 1 up to 20. So you can make 20 of these, but we need more fallen stars. I reckon we could probably do the King Slime without that. So let's do the King Slime. Actually, no, I'm going to sleep for a bit. Hey, amazing. Sorry, he's dead. Sorry, it's the highlight of my day. I was beefing him out only 10 minutes ago. And as fate would have it, he was killed by a slime. All right, Leo, you get what you deserve. And look at it, right? He was hiding a chest. I knew it. I knew I was right to curse him. So we got a zoologist as well. Now, I'm curious. I really don't want the zoologist to die. I want to see if they're selling anything new. And that's the fun of playing in 1.4. Like, how does the mod interact with 1.4 content? Because, as we know, this is a port of the 1.3.5, but there are some new things, all right? Not hundreds of new things, but there are new things. I kind of want to check it out. But the problem is, my inspiration's not that great. So I'm kind of relying on getting new inspiration, right? Should we? Well, no, I don't even think I'm going to be able to wing it. Let's wing it. No, there was nothing new. All right. So don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. This is actually like, I don't know. There's something about Terraria, right? When it's a sunny day and you're just kind of doing something mindless, like this slime rain event, it's my favorite time to play Terraria because it fills me with such joy, and I don't know why. All right? And recently, just enjoying Terraria in the sunlight has made me, for some reason, really want to replay The Legend of Zelda and the Minish Cap, right? Because in that game, you're in a forest, and it's very sunny, and it's nice and pixelated, and it just, I don't know, it hits different. And that's all I can think about at the moment. So the music's changed. The slime has stopped falling from the sky. Surely we killed enough slimes. Really? Now how come that didn't spawn? Is it because I slept through the start of it? Maybe? That's so underwhelming. Terraria, please. Okay, let's speak to the traveling merchant now. I've always got a keen eye on the traveling merchant. What is this? A note hairpin. Equipable vanity item. I gotta try it, right? Oh, I quite like that. I can tell you what, I'm gonna remove the silk armor and leave it there. That looks great. That's so sick. Just a small thing like that. How cool is that? Right, so let's give the King Slime a go. But keep in mind, we don't have our inspiration buffs yet. My plan is to get them. We also don't have Hermes boots yet. I'm rushing. Well, I'm not trying to rush. But for example, now that I'm realizing we don't even have Hermes boots, I don't even think it's an amazing idea to be doing the Eye of Cthulhu. Okay, I've got to remember to switch to the Outpawn, because the Outpawn doesn't use inspiration the same way all the other weapons do. So the Outpawn can almost be like my sword, you know, instead of while I wait for the other stuff to recharge. Is it a good idea to be heading back on the slimes? It's probably fine. Okay, so like max that out. Outpawn time. I do quite like the Outpawn as a weapon and as a concept. I think it's kind of sick. I got very lucky then that the King Slime decided to trap itself. Because in reality, I probably deserved a death for that. But we are going to have to be careful, because if we don't have the speed, turning around on the fight is just going to get rougher and rougher. And I've also got to remember to keep swapping between weapons, because that's going to be important as well. Right, I'm going to use that to swap. And we're going to try and make an effort not to... I fumbled it. I was going to say land on the slimes. But I guess maybe because I didn't say it, I didn't wish it into existence. Much like me wishing into existence my invitation to the Chicken Run 2 premiere, which is going to happen. Okay, this was great. This was a sick idea. So that's how you use it. It's used exclusively for the King Slime, now we know. Gosh, I am really feeling the lack of speed, though. Okay, oh, God, keep me alive. I've fumbled that so bad. Hermes boots are now top priority, okay? So maybe what we'll do is we'll use that Spelunker potion we got from one of the slimes, and we'll head down and we'll go find some. Because that was a little bit embarrassing, all right? I feel a little bit ashamed. So I guess what we do then, because we've already explored a fair bit of the ice biome and such, should we maybe take the time to go to the jungle? I'm a little bit nervous about skipping progression in the mod. And it's something I always worry about in mods, because when you've played enough Terraria, you know that you can kind of get around certain things by just going to a different area. Like, if you're strong enough to just manage the jungle a little bit, you can get enough loot to kind of save yourself from a lot of things. Do you know what I mean? Now, this is going to be the first proper weekend since the start of the new year. So a lot of you are like back at whatever, right? And this is your first proper weekend. So I want to know, what are you going to do? How are you going to spend it? Do you have plans? Is it like, I'm going to catch up on this, this, and that? Or are you just going to be like, it's been a week, I'm just going to relax? Let me know. So yeah, the plan is, and I think this will be the plan from now on, I probably won't post on the weekends, and I'll take the weekends off, because I do think there is a bit of credit to giving people a chance to catch up on the week's videos, because when you're pumping out too many videos a week, like, I don't know, I as a consumer, as a viewer of YouTube, I reckon I would skip a few. So it gives people time to catch up, which is nice. So I'm hoping that in here we can find some Hermes boots. Let's have a little look. Or even just like some sick bard stuff. Because I could totally imagine that popping up. It's been great, by the way, to see comments from people that have not played Thorium before, which is like so sick. Like, I don't know. It's weird because obviously for me, it's been out for so many years, right? Thorium was the second ever series we did on ChippysCouch. So that was 6 years ago. It's a long time ago. But it's been great reading comments from people that haven't played and been like, wow, this looks sick. Like, I like the way that there's so much stuff at the start of the adventure. And like, if you want to play as a bard, there's so much, like look at the amount of weapons we have right now for this stage of the game. We got so much choice. And the comments kind of fall into that. And I really like it because Thorium is a mod that's a little underappreciated in the community in a way. I mean, it's one of the top 2. So, I mean, it can't be that underappreciated. But I don't know. People don't put it on as much of a pedestal as Calamity. And I love Calamity. You all know that. But I just think it's so good because it really blends with vanilla Terraria. And I think there's a beauty to that. So are these... Yeah, these are the new sprites for Hornets, right? These are the 1.4.4.9 sprites. Am I right? Right, we were slain. Okay. Looks like my Spelunker adventuring's already come to a bit of an end. But I do feel like the jungle's going to be a good biome to be in, because there's just so much stuff that we haven't seen yet. So we may have not got a naturally spawning King Slime, but we do have a naturally spawning Eye of Cthulhu, which I'm going to try and avoid. I want to do the Eye of Cthulhu when the time is right. I think a big thing I should probably just be doing in general, and maybe I'll do this in the next episode, or maybe in like the gap between the next episode. I need to be collecting Fallen Stars and Thorium ore, because if we are going to play as a bard, I feel like we're really limiting ourselves by not getting that inspiration upgraded. So I feel like once we do that, it's going to be such a different power output. Because right now, I'm running into the issue of just like running out. I mean, you don't want it to go on infinitely, but you want it to like last long enough to take down a target. And we're kind of like just kind of crossing that line a little bit. Oh, never mind. This is look good. I have Cthulhu. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Can you leave me alone? Hey, do you know what? Maybe we'd be all right. If I teleport back home, will that despawn it? No. No, it should do though, right? Surely it's not going to walk its way back over here. No way. Yeah, okay. That seems a little bit more fitting. So I've decided actually I'm going to do it now. All right. I need to upgrade that inspiration because it's going to be so good for like future adventures. All right. I don't want to put it off. I'm going to do it. It's funny, right? Because I kind of forgot about this because obviously it's been a little while since ChippysCouch has been around, right? The days where I'm tired, the days where I'm smooth brain, there's more jump cuts. I can sense it in myself, all right? And my brain fizzles out much quicker, all right? Extended lengths of conversations, not a thing. Not a thing when I'm tired. So I'm like, say my piece and relax. And I can sense it. Like, I bet you if you went back and you counted the jump cuts in this episode compared to the other three, this one would be pretty high. So that's where I'm at today. But today's actually already started off really good, though, because I got a little message through the door. Very pleased about it. They are building the road outside my house, right? Many of you may remember the house saga of a time ago, all right? I've lived here for over a year now, and it's been wonderful. It's been so good. It's been ace. And my only complaint is that I don't have a proper road in front of my house, all right? Because there was no point building it when they've got to drive machinery down the rest of the street for another year. So it makes sense not to build a nice pretty road because you don't want to be driving machinery on it constantly anyway. What's this? Armored living wood sap. Minion damage increased by 1. That's kind of cool. And we get a finch staff as well. That's a good little combo to find. I'm going to replace the Fabergé egg. No, I'll replace that. And we'll give ourselves a little minion as well. So yeah, they're going to be building that in the month, and it's going to be great. I don't know how that works though. I'm not going to be able to drive anywhere. But it don't matter. It don't matter. It's going to be worth it though. So I mean, it's already a big improvement. Just the idea of it. So yeah, I think we might be all right for Fallen Stars now. But now we need to work on Thorium ore. I am going to quickly check as well though if there are any natural cave entrances around here. Because it might just be worth just trying to get ourselves some Hermes boots from a different cave. Ooh, what is this? This is new. I haven't seen this before. I walked in, I was like, it's a graveyard, but how does that work if I've never been? Ah, okay. So is it a naturally spawning graveyard? Is this part of the mod? To like be like, hey, if you want to craft something, craft it here. What is that? It seems to be dormant. What? What is this? Oh my gosh, this is exciting. And an Abigail's flower. Oh man, that is cool. That is cool. I was not expecting that. That's a neat little surprise, I'm not going to lie. Like, I thought this was, once again, just a port of Thorium. This might have been in an older build of Thorium, truth be told. But I haven't played Thorium in so long. Wow, very, very cool. Yeah, I enjoyed that. So we'll be back there soon. I don't know what for, though. Oh, gosh. Gosh, that is actually exciting. Okay, right. I'm going to go grab Thorium ore, and then I'll probably call it a day for today. Because even though I've not done any of the boss fights, I was hyping up. I still made some progress, and I'm happy with that. Which one should we have? We're going to have Abigail Flower. Rather than the Finch. Oh, wait. What? Oh. Which one's better? I'll go with Abigail Flower, because it looks neat. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not looking at my thorium bar. I don't actually know how many we can make. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are maxed out. We're maxed out at 10. Alright, cool. Amazing. Right, so let's fire off. Oh my gosh, look at that. God, it makes such a difference. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's actually now, like, not like it wasn't already, but now it's a viable class. And look at how fast it recharges. Yeah, we're going to have no problems with bosses now. Right, so that's about it for today's episode. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.